Hi again. Okay, so to talk about parallel lines are two lines, not that just aren't touching when you're looking at them, but they're always exactly the same distance apart. So I can have two lines that don't touch each other, like one's right here and one's tilted like this way, but eventually if I kept drawing them, they would end up touching each other. And when they touch each other, when they cross each other, that's called intersecting. And we don't want our parallel lines to ever intersect. So the only way we can tell if they are parallel is if they are exactly the same distance apart at all times. And sometimes our parallel lines are diagonal, but they have to be the same distance apart. Sometimes they could be straight up and down, side to side, but they're the same distance apart. They will never touch. So, Layla, is this one a parallel line? They're not touching right now, but eventually, if I drew this one out, it would end up crashing into that line. It would intersect. So intersecting lines are any lines that cross each other at a certain point at all. And usually it makes these, 4 V's. We can have, I know some students that were in IMA last year were saying that you guys did talk about acute and obtuse. Intersecting lines would have our acute and obtuse angles. But the perpendicular lines, that's a special kind of an intersecting line where it's exactly like a T, and there's always 4 90-degree angles around it. So it'll be like a plus sign. But here's the thing that gets some people tripped up. Sometimes this perpendicular line can be tilted. But notice how my angles are staying exactly the same. My lines are not moving. My angles are not changing. They're just tilting. So actually, when we were in class, I was going and keeping it completely still. Like I can go all the way around the room, but my arms are not changing the way they're together. Now, other intersecting lines, they could intersect like that, or that, or that, or that, or that, any different kind of way. But our perpendicular lines, boom, always stay like this, and you might see them tilted in different problems, but just because it's tilted doesn't mean it can't be perpendicular. What you're looking for in those perpendicular lines are the 90-degree angles. And sometimes they'll show the 90-degree angles, those right angles, with that little box in a corner. And if you see one of the boxes and it's intersecting lines, then you know that all 4 of them are actually 90-degree angles. That's just a special rule in geometry that you'll get to know and learn over time. So hopefully that helps you tell the difference between parallel, regular intersecting, and perpendicular lines.